Anyway, here now with more. Former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi and Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett. I want to just shoot right to the bottom line, because James Comer has said that they did business with dozens of countries, including China, Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and many others. Here's the question. I want to know how much money in business they did with these countries. I want to know how much they profited. I want to know how much Joe got, if he got any, and what did he know and when did he know it? Because we know he lied when he said he never talked about these issues with his son.
We don't know an exact number. It could be tens of millions up to $100 million. You're talking about 31 million from the Chinese, maybe 40 million from the Russians.
Wow.
We know 11 million from Ukraine, but you got to factor in Romania, Kazakhstan, Oman, and they have one common denominator. These are all the countries that Barack Obama gave authority to Vice President Joe Biden to dictate the policies there. So it raises a very serious question with all of that money flowing into what I think can fairly be described as the Biden family syndicate. Is this a president who is now so compromised? Has he sold out America to a foreign adversary? And
well, wait a minute. This is a really good question. If all of this business took place, does everybody think that the president may be compromised by these countries? They are not our friends, these countries.
No, they're not. And, you know, James Comer has made a very good point, taking just China, for example. It appears that Joe Biden has made decisions that Xi Jinping is very happy about, but Americans aren't, from COVID to TikTok to the manipulation of U.S. currency to you know, the use, the theft of intellectual property, the spy balloon. You know, there was an interesting cartoon the other day noting that Joe Biden is underwater on every single issue in America and asked voters, are you happy with Joe Biden? No, no, no. And then a picture of Xi Jinping, the leader of China. Yes, I'm happy with Joe Biden. And I think that tells the story.
Vladimir Putin could be on that picture, too.
Americans need to know whether our national security has been jeopardized by this president.
Pam, I want to know how much money the Biden family made from all of these countries, and what did Joe know? When did he know it? Did he profit himself? Is he compromised?
Well, Sean, you want to know that, and 80% of Americans want to know it for good reason, because now we know Hunter Biden is not just some recovering drug-addicted son of a president. Hunter Biden's tentacles are in everything and everyone connected to Joe Biden, and the emails have shown us they have been for more than a decade. He has a close relationship with Tony Blinken. Tony Blinken, who coordinated 50 intel agencies to say that same laptop that Hunter Biden was emailing Blinken on was Russian disinformation. Hunter Biden was instrumental in the election of Senator Coons, we now know. He has a close personal relationship with him, who sits on judiciary responsible for investigating Hunter Biden. We know, as you said, that Hunter Biden made the initial introduction of McGarvey, a union boss, to his father, then Vice President Biden, now President Biden, who's now standing up with him for his reelection. So, Sean,
wait,
whether it's
Pam,
Ukraine,
let me ask you.
Russia, all roads lead back to Hunter Biden.
If he got money from these countries, is that impeachable? Is that perhaps even against the law?
Oh, of course it is, Sean, and that's why 80% of Americans care, and they're taking note of this. This has been going on, we now know, for more than a decade, and Hunter Biden is the hub, and all of these different people are the spokes leading back to Joe Biden. And now we know all roads lead to Joe Biden. And where's Hunter Biden living? What road is he living on? We're hearing the White House, Pennsylvania Avenue.
Same question, Greg.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. Americans have finally awakened from their deep slumber and have wised up to the Biden family syndicate. 80%, almost 80% now say they're carefully and closely watching it. The key figure is 71% of independent swing voters who make a difference in the next election say this is a serious scandal. Indeed, they're right.
All right. Gregg Jarrett, Pam Bondi. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.